This is the story about my dad, Harold Green.
Harold is one of the best human beings you ever want to meet, man. He's he does the poetry, he mentors, he works here, he coaches.
He's just a very strong, consistent presence each and every day.
My name is Harold Green. I'm a coach, an artist, and a mentor. I grew up in Inglewood on 74th and Princeton. I started out at John T. Peary. From John T. Peary, that's when I came to Robert A. Black Magnet. And I just had a lot of success here. The teachers that I had, a lot of the things that they taught me, it stuck with me.
I met Harold at a very young age. He was about 13. And he's always been a quiet individual, but with so much exuberance.
I've been playing basketball, playing sports and all that, ever since I was a little boy. I came to Robert A. Black and I was, one of the only 7th graders starting, and then 8th grade year I was the captain. I saw my former coach one time at a bowling alley, and he was like, I'm ready to be out of there, and you're one of the only people I could really think to, entrust the team to. And at that time, we had some high-profile players. We had Jabari Parker and this young lady, Lene Harper. It just felt really good to come back to where I, graduated from, and to be able to give back.
I was struck from the time I first arrived here by what a really powerful, quiet influence he has on our students.
Coach Green is an excellent coach. He's taught me a lot.
He always motivates us to be student athletes. He really pushes that phrase, student athletes.
I get them at the same time he receives them on the team. I'm able to tell him, hey, they're not doing well, this is what's going on. He makes them have homework circles. He come and check on them about their tests, sits them down if they're having misbehavior problems in class, and it shows.
Everybody here really improved their grades for him.
I even take who I am as an artist and apply it to coaching.
Your thoughts may be involuntary, but these actions are very calculated. See, I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree.
It was a Christmas morning, and it kind of happened out of, he didn't have the money or the things he wanted to gift his parents and his sister. And so what he did was he wrote a poem, and he actually recited that poem that Christmas morning. And in reciting that poem, the reaction from his parents and his sister, everyone was in tears. His sister called me, and at that moment in time, I knew he had found his gift.
I never get shook. People, even with my artistry, people always ask, man, you be in front of these large crowds and all these people and these important events and whatever. Do you ever get nervous? And I've never got nervous. I think that projects onto my teams. They know how to keep themselves together and composed in tough situations and, down to the minute situations and, close games down to the wire. It's been an awesome ride, and just being able to bring players back every year who receive scholarships and have them talk to the students. And we just had some very, very successful seasons and continue to move up in the ranks, and right there knocking on that door, just trying to win city and stuff like that. As a coach, I'm always evolving, and I think that's important because you can always learn. So I challenge myself to write a new poem every single day for 365 days out of 2014. And I did it. In my room, I have a big, in bold, big letters, a new poem every day, no excuses. And I think that's very important, to always challenge yourself.
At the start of the year, ever so quietly, in just the way that is so very him, Coach Green walked into my classroom, handed me this slim volume and said, look, I've published this.
The South Side to me is energy and creativity. It's just pulsating. It's just waiting on the next thing. And sometimes that next thing is not the best thing for humanity. The South Side is full of individuals who see a beautiful lake, who see amazing high rises in places like Hyde Park or off Lake Shore or downtown, and just aspire to be as beautiful or as affluent as those things that they see. I don't know every single thing that these kids go through. You couldn't possibly, but just to know that I can relate to them, and then for them to see the reflection that I am now and who I turned out to be, living how I live, is my duty.
In this building, here is one adult who believes in them as writers and as athletes and as students, and who expects them to be successful. Doesn't just tell them it's possible, he expects their best.
If anything, he's taught me I can push myself. I can always do more to help somebody else out.
Everybody likes Coach DeGreen.